I think the US stopped it. Has this position evolved? Do you encourage countries to do so if they want to, or do you assess the risk is too high? So what is the US position on other countries delivering fighter jets? And to Chairman Milley, the Russian offensive we're seeing, what do you see so far? Is this very serious? Is it different than what we saw in the past? And do you have any intelligence whether we are going to see another attempt of the Russian forces to capture Kiev? Thank you.
Thanks, Marcus. For the record, with respect to any kind of aircraft being provided by Poland, the United States never stopped Poland from providing anything. A decision to provide something that's the decision made. That will be a decision made by the leadership of that country. That's certainly not something that we can or will dictate. In terms of whether or not we're going to provide F-16s, as I said earlier, I don't have any announcements to make, and I don't have anything to add to what our president said earlier. So, and I'll just leave it at that. So.
And Marcus, on the issue of the Russian offensive, this offensive that you see ongoing right now, generally in the Bakhmut area, from Kharkiv all the way down to Kyrgyzstan, the front line is quite stable, even though very violent, a lot of fighting. It's relatively stable. Most of the dynamic movement back and forth is generally in the vicinity of Bakhmut. The Ukrainians are holding. They're fighting the defense. The Russians, primarily the Wagner Group, are attacking. But there's what I would describe it as is a very significant grinding battle of attrition with very high casualties, especially on the Russian side. There's no fancy arts of maneuver going on here. This is frontal attacks, wave attacks, lots of artillery with extremely high levels of casualties in that particular area. And how long that will last is difficult to say, actually. It's been going on for weeks, and I think it'll continue to go on until either the Russians culminate. I don't think the Ukrainians will just collapse or fold. I think they're going to continue to fight. So that's a battle worth that we're paying attention to very, very closely and making sure that the Ukrainians have the capability to continue to defend. As far as Kyiv, I'm not going to go into what intelligence we have or don't have. I would just say that right now there's always a potential threat. There's clearly air threats, missile attack threats. Kyiv is the capital, and that was a significant objective early in the war. So I would never discount Russian capabilities to attack Kyiv, but right now we're not seeing any significant indicators and warnings.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have available today. This concludes our press briefing.